Hey y'all, welcome to episode 25 of the Stay at Home Sons podcast. Today we have a very interesting and later night episode. We normally film our videos around 3:15 Eastern Standard Time. Today we're doing it at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. So a little bit of a late night episode, but we're going to be reviewing the short film The Quantum Minds. This was a very interesting film with a lot of good stuff going on. So Thomas, you want to give us your initial thoughts?
Yeah, so basically, I think that I love the pacing of it, especially with the scene with the red lighting where they find out that they were under investigation by the cyber investigator, I believe it is. But I mean personally, I'm not really a sci-fi fan, but I thought it was a very interesting movie, and I like how at the end it kind of leaves you on a I guess a cliffhanger because we never really find out whether or not they're caught.
Yeah, and I like that about short films because with short films it's good to kind of have you wanting more. I think a good short film should have you wanting more, and they definitely did with that. I thought the acting of it was phenomenal and well done. I thought the lead character did a really good job. He kind of brought that intensity to the role that needed to be there, kind of like that underground bunker kind of stuff. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and at the end, the mother picks up it kind like I said, it leaves you on the cliffhanger. The mother picks up a post-it note saying "think." So what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of showing that like in the world of like AI and the world like artificial intelligence kind of replacing humans' abilities to make decisions for themselves. That's a note to self, basically, to remember to think. So it's kind of like telling the viewer like, as technology advances and how life becomes more convenient and as we start relying on technology, it's important not to forget to think. That's a note we have to always keep to ourselves. That's what I got from it. I mean, I was just thinking about how much people use AI today and how much it's on the rise and stuff. And I can totally see how like you get so accustomed to using it, you almost forget to think for yourself. And it's just a pretty cool little film about that. And it's not too preachy about that either, but I think that little message at the end ties it up pretty well. At least that's my thought of it. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's what I got out of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Is that the AI mom? Because they mentioned that their mother was dead, but they have like an AI technology.
Yeah, I think that was the AI mom because she had the thing on her back. I think that was like the AI mom like replacing her or whatever, but they're trying to get her back. I don't know. The whole thing was very dystopian, and I like that about that. I feel like as reviewers, our job we feel like is to decipher the film. Our job is to like understand like we're the ones that know what this film's about. We're the ones that but what I'm starting to learn with a lot of these films and just from doing this so much is that I think our real job as reviewers is to kind of explain our opinions on it and then leave it up to the people. We want to inspire the people to watch it themselves and we want to say our opinions of it to help them inspire them to watch it themselves. But I kind of realized that a lot of pressure's off me to try to decode stuff as much as I used to because I feel like when we first started doing these, I would watch it and really try to decode it. Like I need to be the one that get this right. But as I watch more and more, I kind of just want to be able to steer people in there. So, I would say with this film, go in open-minded, go in to enjoy it. And I really don't think there's too much to say about what the meaning of it is because I feel like it could have a lot of different ways and it can go a lot, it could relate to a lot of different ways. But I think the main meaning of it is just human versus artificial intelligence and the clash between that two and trying to find your own humanity in that.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say it's very relevant to the AI revolution in America, which is a big topic. But I think also another scene I kind of liked in the movie was when initially they're investigated by the cyber investigator, the guy is pretending like his brother is like a complete imbecile that doesn't know anything, and it turns out that he's like this master hacker. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was creepy too though when he said how he was trying to hack the AI software or whatever, and he said like they literally couldn't get past it because it was like adapting itself. In the AI sphere, I know a big thing is adaptable AI, which is where basically AI can think for itself and doesn't need to be trained off human, databases anymore. Once the AI can finally start thinking for itself. So it was kind of cool to see a short little dystopian film about what that might look like when AI can start instead of helping the coder, it's actually making the coder's job harder because the coder's having to go against it. So that was pretty cool. I think this film really fits the time as well. Also, I thought the acting was phenomenal. I don't know if you noticed this, Thomas, but didn't the lead actor look just like JD Vance?
I knew he looked like somebody.
Bro, when I first saw him, I was like, how did they get JD Vance to star in this? But I don't know. I mean, I know Trump and them are trying to get ahead of the AI curve. So I mean, it's not too far of a stretch to think JD Vance would possibly make a cameo in something like this. But the acting was so good. I was like, I don't think JD Vance has the acting chops like that. But yeah,
Right.
no, it was pretty cool. I mean, any cool little things that you noticed, Thomas, that you're not 100% sure that what to think of or anything like that?
Um, Honestly, I said, I really like my two favorite parts of the film were the pacing and the cliffhanger of the ending. I thought those were two really big highlights of the short film. I really enjoy. And of course the I was a huge sucker for the red lighting. I just love that. I mean you did something similar like that in a short little film we recorded for class, and I really like that too. So I am a sucker for a red ominous lighting.
Yeah, no, if you go down and scroll down on this channel here on YouTube, Stay Homes on YouTube, you'll see that video that he's talking about our very first short film we ever did as like a group. And we did utilize that red light, and I think it's really cool. I think it sets a cool tone. I think it's a cool way too because when you're making films it's hard to get locations, because you only got so many. I mean, you're using friends' houses, your houses, public locations. So if you're able to like turn the light on, you're able to change the whole mood of a scene. It's almost like finding out, like you could take a same room and turn the light to a different color. And it's like you have a different location. So it's a very smart hack to change the mood as well as change the almost in a weird way change the location on a location tight budget. So pretty cool little filmmaking hack there, and they did a phenomenal job there. And I walked away from this film wanting to see more. I walked away from this film saying this would be really cool as a spinoff, really cool as a feature film. So I mean, I think they knocked the ball out of the park here, Alex. I think you did a really good job.
I almost forgot to mention that too. Yeah, like I said, like with the end, like it's like I wanted to see more. I wanted to see what happens next.
Yeah, I know, definitely. So all in all, I would say The Quantum Mind's a really cool short film. I had a lot of fun watching it. I'll put the links to it in the description below. I think Thomas, it's safe to say you had a lot of fun watching it too.
Oh yeah, yeah, a lot of fun. It was a good movie.
Well, guess what, Alex? You got the stay-at-home son stamp of approval. So, that's always a good thing. But I hope you all enjoyed today's episode of the Stay at Home Sons podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, filmmakers, we are almost booked out for May. We're all booked up for April, but we're almost booked out for May. I have 2 slots available. So if you have any short films, feature films, or you want to be interviewed, feel free to give a comment or DM me right here on the Stay at Home Son podcast on Instagram, and we could book you up for those last 2 spots, and we'll love to have you on the show. But until next time, I hope y'all have a great night. And remember, stay at home, son.